about you, free agent now. Would you a big fan favorite when you're here with the Avs? Any interest in coming back? And would you like to come back if the opportunity were there?
Yeah, like I said, I think this is a weird time of year for me, for anyone going through this period. You know, you really can't talk to anyone until that kind of like 5-6 day window. So everyone always asks me from everywhere, you know, what I'm going to do. But like I said, I honestly don't know. And you know, there's certain places you want to go, but if you don't fit in or if they don't want you, you don't want to force yourself in. So, you know, it's a cool, unique position to be in. I think me being older now, being settled with my family and having kids, like, we're up for anything. We know anything can happen. So I think if you go in there with the mindset expecting to go here or here, you know, I think God always has a different plan from when you think it's that easy. So for us, we don't know what's going to happen. I think we kind of have an open mind. That's how I've talked to my agent and the close people around me, and be ready for anything. Just because, you know, come whatever June 25th, and you'll get a better understanding of what teams really want you. So. Yeah, it's obviously always been in the back of my mind, but there's other places too, and a lot of factors that always play in.
Sweet.
Winning Stanley Cup, I mean, where you are right now in your career, is that number one?
Yeah, being on a team that can win. I don't think there's one team that has the, you know, I mean, it's hockey, right? You see how hard it is to win it. But yeah, winning and yeah, you don't want to be a team that's kind of all of a sudden like starting from scratch and it's going to be a rebuild, because all of a sudden, you know, I might have 3, 4 years, 5 years left in my career, and then, you know, you've been through that process. You get older. I think you want to win, and you realize how hard it is, and you want to teach those young guys just how hard it is to win. When you get so close, you just want it more.
Now, I know you were playing, but Nathan MacKinnon, you know, obviously here there's people wanting him to win the Hart Trophy. As a player in the league, what do you see Nathan MacKinnon?
I voted for him for Lester Pearson, so that's players vote for MVP. No, what he did this year, I think was crazy. I don't think people realize how good he is, how good of a skater he is. He touches the puck in open ice, and all of a sudden it just puts everyone on their heels. So there's a reason he went first overall, and now he's really kind of blossomed last couple of years. And you know, last year maybe going through injuries, kind of a growing pains for him. But you see the step he took now, and he's only going to get better. And you see it. And I remember playing with him is. You know, it wasn't just about points for him. I think for him it was all about winning. And if he had a good game and the team won, he was happy. You know, if he had a good game we lost, I think he was as pissed off as anyone. And you don't really see that in guys that are 18, 19, 20. And then, you know, so to have a competitive guy like that just cares about winning, you know, that's a nice starting piece to kind of build around.
The Stanley Cup with Ovi, the Ovi celebration, but a guy like that who's so respected to finally get the cup. Or what are you as another player? Just happy for him? What's that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy's done so much for the game. I think he takes so much heat. You know, fair or unfair. You know, I think he's best goal scorer in our generation, and he's going to go down as, you know, number 1, 2, or 3 greatest goal scorers of all time. And you know, like I said, unfairly sometimes he's criticized for not winning it. But I think hockey's so hard, it's such a team sport that, you know, he could score 3 goals one game, they lose 4-3, and all of a sudden they lose the series, and, you know, they say, oh, Ovechkin couldn't do it. So I think for a guy like that's worked so hard and then has taken so much heat, you know, as a hockey fan, as anyone who respects the game, respects him as a player, you know, he almost deserves it. Where in the past they've been the best team and they were the favorites going into playoffs and they couldn't get out. And this year they almost had no pressure on them just because of what happened last year. Lose a few guys and you know, they play loose, and obviously Ovechkin was kind of the spark plug and everyone followed after.
Did the Avs, you look at them right now, pretty young team, but do this, in your opinion, you think they're a team that could contend?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, I think it's, you know, the rebuild always takes a couple of years, and I think the way the game is now, it's such a fast game that you have some of these young players that can skate so fast, and if you can kind of put the right kind of pieces together, you're always a threat out there. And you know, playing against them this year, you know, you realize that, you know, the games that you win, all of a sudden, like, you look at the scoreboard and you're getting outshot 40-20. You know, the games that you lose, you know, the scoreboard's always weird because if you're up a goal or two, all of a sudden you start sitting back and they just attack you wave after wave. And so certain teams you play against, they're just dangerous teams. And I mean, you saw how good they were on home ice this year, and I think that as a young group, you know, you build off that, and all of a sudden you take the next step. Whereas, okay, you become better on the road and try to play the same way instead of playing a different way. And the future's bright, that's for sure.
What are your plans till you gotta, get deep into free agency and all that stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't read too much. I try to stay away from the game just because there's too much time on my hands, and there's too many rumors out there, too many people saying different things. So for me, it's just kind of working out, kind of hanging out with the family, chasing the kids around, and then when it gets on the business, then I'll talk to the close people I'm around.